All right, great. So now we're going to move on. We got our categories made, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some products, 3 to be exact, and we're going to place 1 in each of the categories that we've created, and we can see they all fall under shapes, and then we have circles, squares, triangles, and if we go in and we take a look, we can see we have our different colors and our price, and we've also created a manufacturer called Geometric Creations, and this allows us to actually pull all products made by a specific brand or manufacturer up underneath, and we're also implementing some tags so we can see how they work as well. So with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. We can take a look. I'm going to close out the sample, and we can go ahead and the store that we'll be working in will be from our 302 step, and we'll take a look at the change log where we can get all the information we're going to need. Also down here on the right is a little button to open this change log up in its own window so it's easier to see, easier to work with. Awesome. So at this point, one of the first things that we want to do, something we have not learned to do yet, and we'll start doing every step in the beginning, and that is we're going to do a backup. We're going to go to System and Maintenance, and we're going to go to Backup and Restore. And what this backup does is it basically takes every table in the database, does a copy of the table, and saves it to a file and downloads it to your computer. So the way we complete a backup is we want, of course, select all tables, and we do export. At this point, it's downloaded it's downloading the file, and if we show it in the folder, bring it over here, we see that we have our backup file that has downloaded. And if you open it up, you're able to see all the data inside of your website is captured in here, and should anything ever happen, you are able to reinstall OpenCart, upload this file, and set yourself right back to where you were. And for you, I would name this backup, I would name it Step 302, because that's where we're leaving it off at. And now we have it there, and if anything should happen, anything we do here, we don't lose any work that we've done in the past. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to, following the change log, we'll go ahead and we'll pull down this zip file because we're going to need that. Very curious. Let's make sure that we actually have it up there. There we go. So we'll click on the zip file and we pull it down. We can go out, show it in folder. There it is. And we can extract all. And what this is this is our image that we'll use for our manufacturer. It's just a little logo threw together to be representative of our manufacturer. The manufacturer we're going to create is called Geometric Creations, and we do this by going to our catalog and going to manufacturers. We hit plus, put our name in. We'll go ahead and do the image. We want to create a new folder, and we want to call it Manufacturers. Once that's created, we'll go inside that folder, and then we'll upload the file that you downloaded, which is probably available in your downloads. It's in my downloads. We'll grab that file. It's been uploaded. We'll go ahead and say use that file. That's it for now. As far as creating a manufacturer, there's not much to do in here without additional plugins and features and functionality. So we'll go ahead and we'll save that. And we now have our manufacturer geometric creations created. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start adding our products. We have all the sample products that are in here. So we're going to add our first product by hitting the plus, and we're going to bounce back and forth. And I have supplied you with all the product information so you don't have to go searching for anything. So we have the amazing circle, which is absolutely amazing, trust me. I've bought many of them now. We'll get our description. Put our description in there. And if you are picky about maintaining the way that it looks, as you should be, it's always better to just raw code it in there. We'll go ahead and do our meta tag title. Oops, looks like I didn't pick it up. Copy, go in here, paste it, excellent. We'll go grab our meta tag description, paste that in there, and we'll go grab our keywords. And our keywords and our tags are the same, so we can just go ahead and put our a little bit of silliness going on here with my keyboard. There we go, shapes and circles. And that actually takes care of our general tab. We'll go over to data and data, however you want to say it, and we'll put in our model number. You should always have a model number. That's why it's required. The model number helps completely identify the product. And as you get deeper and deeper into this, you realize that different products can have different model numbers based on color deviations. Our next piece of information, well, that's not correct. Next piece of information, I'll fix that in the file when I get back to it. But we want the model number, we want the price, and the price that we want is to be $29.99. We'll set the quantity. We need the quantity to be there. We need a good quantity. And so the quantity, we'll just make it a good healthy quantity of a high number, and we'll use what I have in there in the file. Date available. We're going to go ahead and set length, width, and height. So length, width, and height is not only good information for the consumer, but it also is information that is used in calculating shipping when you do live shipping. We'll leave the length at inches. The weight is going to be, I think for this we have 10 pounds, and our status is going to be enabled, which that's all good. That'll matter in a minute because I'm going to show you the easy way to put products up. Now we're going to move on to the links tab, and of course it wants to link it to a manufacturer, so we'll put in our geometric locations in there. And then it also wants to link to categories. And so at the moment, the first one that we're putting in, we're looking at circles and shapes. So we'll put it in both of these categories because it does fall under shapes and it is a circle. I know, amazing, right? Completely blown away. We'll deal with some of these other things in later lessons. Right now we're trying to get ourselves set up to start exploring different functionalities. And so we have that in, and now we want to go to our images. We want the main image to be the gray one, and then we want the remaining images to be additional images. So we'll go into image, go into shapes. I believe we're working on circles right now. Got to keep double checking. I'm getting old. And I'm going to grab the gray one. And then I'm going to add a new image for additional images. It would be nice if it defaulted right back. I put them in the order of RGB just because that's what sits with me well. G. Blue. So now we have all of our images in, and we actually are done with our first product. It's cool that we're getting the products done, because once we get them done, we can start really exploring with attribution and filters and things like that, but we need a base to work from. And so I'm going to go ahead and save that, and let's go out and take a look on our site. Refresh our home page, look under shapes, and we see we have one product in circles. I'm going to go to all shapes, and we see that we have our circle in there, and we click on it, and we can come in, and we see we have everything created that we need. Our images, price is there, our manufacturer, our brand is there, our product code, and our availability is in stock, of course, because we have like 999,999 of them. So good. So that's a good start. Now here's the nice thing with products. Unlike categories, products, I can come down here, I can check the amazing circle, and I can hit copy. So what that did is it made a copy. I have to go to the next page to get to it. And the way you know which one is the copy that it made is the copy is always set to disabled once it's created. And the next product that we're going to work on is the square. So I'm just actually going to copy the word square, because everything is pretty much consistent throughout the site, throughout the this lesson. We're not trying to be content writers. We're trying to understand and learn how to use the system. So we're not going to spend too much time being focused on these things, but you know, you can fill this information in however you would like. I try to take the most efficient path. We do need the description. We need to update this description. And there we go. And I'm going to just copy the word square again, because I know I'm going to go over here to data. Now the thing that's going to change here is it's in the model number is it's going to go from CI to SQ, I believe. Let's double check that. There it is. And if we really wanted to be super sure, we could just come in here, go like that, and we got that. We're going to come down. Yes, there's all kinds of things to be filled out, but in this case, we only need what we've already filled out, and there's only a couple of variations, deviations. The weight is 15, and everything else is the same. So we're just going to change the weight, and while we're in here, we need to enable this product now. And then we're going to, of course, go up to links, and we have to change the category that it's in from shaped circles to shaped triangles. I mean square. Whoops. That finishes all this information. Like I said, we'll be getting to these other things. Once we have these created, we'll step through different things that we can do one bite at a time and chew it up and check it out and see what's going on. We're going to go out and edit our image now. And we're doing triangles, and we want the gray up there. edit, triangles, red, edit, triangles, green, edit, triangles, blue. And at this point, we're good to go ahead and save our product. And I think I screwed up in there. Pretty sure I screwed up in there. I did. I'm not going to edit it out either. Everything we did was square, except I grabbed the wrong images. Easy enough. Come back in. Shapes. Squares. Shapes. Squares. Get the red. There, now that should be better. Save it. We can see we got our squares. If we go out and check out our storefront, see we have square in now. We got the square. We go to the product, we see that it's squares. And if you see, we have our tags, so if we hit shapes, it brings us to basically search results of shapes, anything tagged with shapes. Same thing with the brand. If we click on the brand, it brings us to anybody who's created that brand, products of that brand. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this one more time. We'll hit copy, and if you notice, here's the disabled one. So this one we're going to go edit, and our last shape is finally going to be that triangle that I've been trying to do all this time. And I'm just gonna, this time I'm just gonna grab the description, come over here, select all, paste that in there, and now I have my, you can just copy and paste the word triangle in there, and go down through my page and update everywhere that I'm using the word square. I'll just update the word triangle. Excellent. Go into my data. I believe this is going to be TR inside of there, which it is. As I said, I'll fix this little conundrum I have going on here with the labels and the values so that you're not confused. We'll go ahead and stick that label in there. We'll come down through. We'll check, everything looks good. Our quantity's set because we copied it. Our sizes are good. Let's go check our weight and sizes, 150. Okay, we just put a different weight on it for 7.5. It's all in pounds. And we're going to say enable it. We're going to come up and do our linking, of course. And at this point, we want to do triangles. Everything else should be good in there. And now we're going to get our image. Update our images. What's really cool about this, using the shapes and the colors, it's going to allow us, when we start playing and exploring with the different features and functions of OpenCart and how to get to products in different ways, we're going to be able to see them more easily because the colors stand out against each other as well as the shapes. And it's easier to just grasp the results and keep moving forward instead of sitting there trying to figure out what just happened because you're using a bunch of white shirts with a different logo on each one or something of that nature. So at this point, we have 3 products that we put in. We'll go out, take a look at them, and we'll go to shapes. Let's go to show all shapes. So we see we have all 3 of our products in there. We have our circle categories, so we can go in and there we go. We have different colored circle. We can go back out to shapes if we want, and we can go into triangles, check that out. Go into our triangle, the amazing triangle, not just a triangle, it's the amazing triangle. And then we'll go check out the amazing square. At this point, we have 3 products created. We're in a position now to really start to explore what happens when we start changing things like attributes and options and how we use them and how we can search through the different products to get to what it is exactly that we're looking for. We're going to do one last thing. Space is not an issue, meaning your hard drive size. And because of that, what is an issue is loss of time. So we're going to go back down here again. We're going to hit maintenance, under system maintenance, backup and restore. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do another backup. Go in, show in folder. What I would do is step 303. It never hurts to keep backups. They can only help you. They cannot hurt you. Doing a restore is as simple as importing that backup file right here. You click the button, you go out, you grab the file and bring it in, and it'll upload it and it'll update everything for you. So now you should be able to go in, look at your products, and you should be able to see your 3 products that we've created and start to explore with them. And we will be doing starting to do things to figure out ways how we present those products, how we get those products to meet someone's search criteria. How do we get someone to be able to get to our site and find exactly what it is that they're looking for. All right, great. Until next time.